Chuck Norris is full of shit. I seen this video the other day where he had an interview on CNBC, and I'll include a link to that video in the description box. But basically they asked him, how did he meet Bruce Lee? And he said that in 1968, he met Bruce Lee while he was competing for the title, or Chuck Norris was competing for the title. It says that Bruce was a guest there at that event. That's a little open for debate, because I mean, maybe that was just an off day, but usually Bruce Lee, if any of you guys have researched or known anything about Bruce Lee, he was always invited to places to basically give demos or exhibitions of his amazing things that he can do, such as the inch punch, the two-finger push-ups, etc. But then he continues on to say that Bruce Lee said, well, hey, let's work out together. So he said that he worked out with Bruce Lee for 2 years. And the guy asked him, well, what do you mean working out? Because obviously he thought it was bullshit too, or he could smell it was bullshit, right? So Chuck Norris is like, well, yeah, we were just punching and kicking bags. Bullshit. You know Bruce Lee was your fucking sensei, man. Stop playing. But it gets worse. So then he asked him, well, did you ever fight Bruce Lee? Or something to that effect. And he said, well, at the time, I was the world champion. I was a professional. And Bruce Lee, he was just a street fighter. And he never competed. And I just didn't want to go there. And Bruce didn't want to go there either. You are so full of shit, man. Are you kidding me? First of all, you were the world champion of what? Karate? Just karate. Bruce Lee knew Wing Chun, boxing, kung fu, fencing, the list goes on. He was already an instructor teaching other people martial arts before you ever met him. That's one of the reasons why he was given his role on the Green Hornet and was able to get into movies, etc., etc., because he was a bad motherfucker. We're not talking about Kimbo Slice here, Chuck. We're talking about Bruce Lee, the man, the myth, the fucking legend, and the guy that taught you some of his shit. And and this is how you repay him 40 years later, with a condescending attitude like, oh, he was just a street fighter? That's fucked up, man. So I don't give a fuck. Chuck Norris, I like you and all, but I'm sorry, man. You're a fucking asshole about the size of this 50-cent piece. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, disgracing that man's legacy. Clean up your act.